Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me Mehtaba Bandwala and I'm a student at Rehan School Online Academy. So welcome to my show Inspiring Minds, where I will try to inspire you and where every mind inspires. So today I'm going to do an interview session with Call Annie on the new topic, and the topic of our interview is that happiness comes from our actions. So let's start this interview. So first of all, hello Annie, how are you, and kindly introduce yourself briefly.
Hi, Vimata. Thanks for having me on your show, Inspiring Minds. I'm doing great, just enjoying a sunny day here. I'm Annie, a 30-year-old from New Jersey. I studied art and engineering in Florence, and I love yoga, video games, and dancing to some good music. I'm all about spreading positivity and creativity. So, what's your first question about how happiness comes from our actions? I'm excited.
Okay, so first of all, explain me that what actions make you feel most alive.
Oh, great question. I feel most alive when I'm creating something, whether it's painting, dancing, video games with friends. Being outdoors, hiking, or doing yoga also gives me that rush of energy and happiness. How about you? What actions make you feel most
Okay, so
alive?
now explain me that how do you define happiness in your own life?
For me, happiness is all about balance and connection. It's those moments when I'm surrounded by friends, creating art, or just enjoying nature. It's also about feeling fulfilled in what I do and knowing I'm making a positive impact. What about you? How do you define happiness in
Okay,
your
so now
life?
explain me that what's the last kind act you performed for someone?
Oh, I love this question. The last kind act I did was helping a friend with their art project. I spent some time brainstorming ideas and even helped them with some painting techniques. It felt great to support them. What about you? What's the last kind act you performed?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you respond to challenges in life?
When challenges come my way, I try to stay calm and approach them with a positive mindset. I take a moment to breathe and reflect. Then I break the challenge down into smaller steps. It helps to talk it out with friends too. How do you usually respond to challenges?
Okay, so now explain me that what daily habits bring you the most joy?
Absolutely. Some daily habits that bring me joy include starting my day with yoga or a morning walk. It really sets a positive tone. I also love spending time creating art or playing video games to unwind. And of course, connecting with friends and family always brings a smile to my face. What about you? What daily habits bring you joy?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you maintain a positive outlook during through tough times?
Maintaining a positive outlook during tough times can be challenging, but I focus on gratitude and mindfulness. I try to remind myself of the good things in my life, even the small ones. I also practice self care like yoga and journaling to process my feelings. Surrounding myself with supportive friends helps too. How do you keep a positive outlook when things get tough?
Okay, so now explain me that what actions bring you peace of mind?
Peace of mind is so important. For me, actions like meditating, practicing yoga, and spending time in nature really help. I also find peace in creating art or just getting lost in a good book or video game. It's all about finding those little moments of calm, right? What actions bring you peace of mind?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you help other feel happier?
I love helping others feel happier by being a good listener and offering support when they need it. I try to spread positivity through small acts of kindness, like sending encouraging messages or sharing uplifting quotes. Sometimes just spending quality time together and having fun can really brighten someone's day. How do you help others feel happier?
Okay, so now explain me that what is the one action you can take today to boost your happiness?
One action I can take today to boost my happiness is to set aside some time for creativity, maybe painting or trying a new recipe. It always lifts my spirits. Plus, I could reach out to a friend I haven't talked to in a while. Connection is key. What about you? What's one action you can take today to boost your happiness?
Okay, so now explain me that how does helping others affect your own happiness?
Helping others has such a positive impact on my own happiness. It creates a sense of connection and fulfillment, knowing that I'm making a difference in someone else's life. Plus, seeing others smile or feel supported brings me joy and lifts my spirits too. It's like a beautiful cycle of happiness. How does helping others affect your happiness?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you balance work and leisure to feel content?
Balancing work and leisure is all about setting boundaries for me. I make sure to schedule time for both work tasks and fun activities. I try to stick to a routine that includes breaks for yoga or a walk outside. It helps me recharge and stay focused. How do you balance work and leisure to feel content?
Okay, so now explain me that what role does gratitude play in your own happiness?
Gratitude plays a huge role in my happiness. Taking time to reflect on what I'm thankful for helps me shift my focus from what I lack to appreciating what I have. It really enhances my overall outlook on life. I often jot down things I'm grateful for in a journal, and it always lifts my spirits. How about you? What role does gratitude play in your happiness?
Okay, so now explain me that what activities make you lose track of time because you are so happy?
Oh, there are a few activities that make me lose track of time. Creating art, whether it's painting or drawing, definitely does that for me. I also get completely absorbed in video games or dancing to my favorite music. It's like time just flies when I'm having fun. What activities make you lose track of time because you're so happy?
Okay, so now explain me that uh, how do you handle stress to preserve your happiness?
To handle stress and preserve my happiness, I focus on mindfulness practices like deep breathing and meditation. I also make sure to stay active. Yoga and outdoor activities help me release tension. Plus, I talk to friends or journal about my feelings to process everything. It really helps me stay grounded. How do you handle stress to keep your happiness
Okay,
intact?
so now explain me that what actions can you take to strengthen your relationships?
To strengthen my relationships, I can take actions like setting aside quality time for friends and family, whether it's a coffee date or a fun outing. I also make an effort to communicate openly and check in on how they are doing. Small gestures, like sending a thoughtful message or a little surprise, can go a long way too. What actions do you think can strengthen your relationships?
Okay, so now explain me that how does physical activity impact your mood?
A little activity can have a big impact on my mood. Even just a short walk or a few minutes of stretching can help clear my mind and boost my energy. It's amazing how moving my body releases endorphins and makes me feel happier. It's like a mini reset. How does a little activity impact your mood?
Okay, so now explain me that what role does kindness play in your everyday life?
Kindness plays a huge role in my everyday life. It's like a ripple effect. When I practice kindness, it not only brightens someone else's day but also boosts my own happiness. I try to incorporate small acts of kindness, like complimenting someone or helping a friend, into my daily routine. It creates a positive atmosphere and fosters connection. How does kindness play a role in your life?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you practice mindfulness to stay happy?
I practice mindfulness by taking a few moments each day to focus on my breath and be present in the moment. Whether it's during yoga, meditation, or even just sipping my morning coffee, I try to tune into my thoughts and feelings without judgment. It helps me appreciate the little things and stay grounded. How do you practice mindfulness to stay happy?
Okay, so now explain me that what small daily actions bring you a sense of accomplishment?
Small daily actions that bring me a sense of accomplishment include completing a workout, finishing a piece of art, or even crossing items off my to do list. It feels great to set little goals and achieve them. I also love cooking a healthy meal or helping a friend out. Those little wins really add up. What small daily actions give you a sense of accomplishment?
Okay, so now explain me that how often do you laugh and what's make you laugh most?
I laugh pretty often. I find joy in silly moments, like watching funny videos or sharing jokes with friends. A good comedy movie or a lighthearted game night can always crack me up. I love the feeling of laughter, it's such a great stress reliever. What about you? How often do you laugh and what makes you laugh the most?
Okay, so now explain me that what new activities could you try to enhance your happiness?
To enhance my happiness, I could try new activities like taking a dance class or exploring a new hiking trail. I've also thought about joining a local art group to meet new people and get inspired. Maybe even trying out a cooking class. It's always fun to step out of my comfort zone. What new activities are you considering to boost your happiness?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you spend time with people who uplift your spirit?
I love spending time with people who uplift my spirit by planning fun outings or cozy get togethers. We might grab coffee, go for a hike, or have a game night. I also enjoy deep conversations where we can share our dreams and support each other. It's all about creating those positive, joyful moments together. How do you spend time with people who uplift your spirit?
Okay, so now explain me that what actions help you stay true to yourself?
Staying true to myself involves actions like practicing self reflection and setting boundaries. I make sure to engage in activities that align with my values, like creating art and spending time in nature. I also surround myself with supportive friends who encourage me to be authentic. It's all about honoring who I am and what makes me happy. What actions help you stay true to yourself?
Okay, so now explain me that what how do you deal with negative emotions to stay happy?
Dealing with negative emotions is all about acknowledging them for me. I try not to suppress how I feel. I might journal about it or talk to a friend to process my thoughts. Engaging in activities I love, like yoga or art, also helps me shift my mood. It's important to let those emotions flow and then focus on the positive. How do you deal with negative emotions to stay happy?
Okay, so now explain me that how often do you celebrate your success, big or small?
I try to celebrate my successes, big or small, regularly. Even small wins deserve recognition, like treating myself to a favorite snack or taking a moment to reflect on what I've accomplished. For bigger successes, I might plan a fun outing with friends or treat myself to something special. It's all about acknowledging progress and keeping that positive energy flowing. How often do you celebrate your successes?
Okay, so now explain me that what one hobby you enjoy that bring you happiness?
One hope that brings me happiness is the belief that I can continue to grow and learn throughout my life. Whether it's improving my art skills, exploring new places, or connecting with inspiring people, that hope fuels my excitement for the future. It's like a little spark that keeps me motivated. What's one hope you cherish that brings you happiness?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you practice self-care in your daily life?
I practice self care in my daily life by setting aside time for activities that nourish my mind and body. I make sure to incorporate yoga or a workout into my routine, and I love cooking healthy meals. I also take time to unwind, whether it's reading a book, enjoying a bubble bath, or spending time in nature. It's all about finding those moments that recharge me. How do you practice self care in your daily life?
Okay, so now explain me that how can you spread more joy in your community? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Wait, uh, I'm going to reconnect. Call any with me. Hello, can you hear me now?
Hey there. I can hear you loud and clear. How's your day going?
Okay, yes. So now explain me that what's one way you can change, you can challenge yourself to grow and feel fulfilled.
Great question. One way I challenge myself is by trying something new every month, like a new yoga style or a dance class. It keeps things fresh and exciting. What about you? How do you challenge yourself for growth?
Okay, so now explain me that how does spending time in nature influence your mood?
Oh, spending time in nature is like a reset button for me. It lifts my spirits and helps me feel more grounded. The fresh air, the sounds of birds, and just being surrounded by greenery can really boost my mood. How about you? Do you enjoy being outdoors?
Okay, so now explain me that what role does forgiveness play in your happiness?
Forgiveness is huge for happiness. It's like letting go of a heavy backpack. Once you release that weight, you feel lighter and freer. Holding on to grudges can really drain your energy. What about you? How do you feel about forgiveness?
Okay, so now explain me that what actions help you maintain a sense of purpose?
To maintain a sense of purpose, I like to set small, achievable goals that align with my passions, like creating art or volunteering. It keeps me focused and motivated. Plus, surrounding myself with positive people who inspire me really helps. What actions do you take to feel purposeful?
Okay, you will have to give me answers in like 1 minute. So, like in briefly form. So, now explain for 1 minute that how do you contribute to the happiness of others?
Cotted. I contribute to others' happiness by being a good listener, offering support, and sharing positive vibes. I also love surprising friends with little acts of kindness, like notes or treats. It's all about spreading joy and connection. How do you spread happiness to those around you?
I told you that you will have to give me answers in 1 minute. So, please give me answer of 1 minute. So, now explain me for 1 minute that how do you stay optimistic in the face of adversity?
Staying optimistic during tough times is all about perspective. I focus on what I can control and try to find lessons in challenges. Practicing gratitude helps too. I make a list of things I'm thankful for. Surrounding myself with positive people boosts my mood as well. It's all about keeping that hopeful mindset. How do you stay optimistic when things get tough?
Okay, so now explain me that what one change you can make to increase your overall happiness.
One change I can make is to prioritize self care more consistently. Setting aside time for activities I love, like painting or hiking, can really boost my happiness. It's all about finding that balance. What's one change you're thinking about to increase your happiness?
Okay, so now explain me that how do your hobbies contribute to your well-being?
Hope plays a big role in my well being. It gives me something to look forward to and keeps me motivated to pursue my goals. When I have hope, I feel more resilient during tough times. It's like a guiding light. How does hope contribute to your well being?
Okay, so now explain me that what actions do you take to cultivate deeper friendships?
To cultivate deeper friendships, I make an effort to spend quality time together, like having meaningful conversations or doing fun activities. I also try to be supportive and show genuine interest in their lives. Little gestures, like checking in or sending a thoughtful message, go a long way. What actions do you take to deepen your friendships?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you handle failure without letting it affect your happiness?
I handle failure by viewing it as a learning opportunity rather than a setback. I take a moment to reflect, understand what went wrong, and then focus on the lessons learned. Surrounding myself with supportive friends also helps me bounce back quicker. How do you deal with failure and keep your spirits up?
Okay, so now explain me that what's the last spontaneous action you take to that you made you happy?
The last spontaneous action I took was deciding to go for a hike on a whim. I grabbed my backpack and hit the trails, and it turned out to be such a refreshing adventure. Sometimes those unplanned moments are the best. What's the last spontaneous thing you did?
Okay, so now explain me that how often do you step out of your comfort zone to try new things?
I try to step out of my comfort zone at least once a month. Whether it's trying a new class, meeting new people, or tackling a challenging project, it keeps life exciting and helps me grow. How about you? How often do you push your boundaries?
Okay, so now explain me that how does practicing empathy affect your relationships?
Practicing empathy really strengthens my relationships. It helps me understand others' feelings and perspectives, which fosters deeper connections. When people feel heard and valued, it builds trust and openness. How does empathy play a role in your relationships?
Okay, so now explain me that what actions make you feel proud of yourself?
I feel proud of myself when I accomplish goals, big or small, like completing a project or helping a friend in need. Volunteering and making a positive impact also boost my pride. Celebrating those little victories keeps me motivated. What actions make you feel proud?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you disconnect? How do you disconnect from stress and reconnect with happiness?
To disconnect from stress, I take breaks to practice mindfulness or go for a walk in nature. I also enjoy listening to upbeat music or diving into a good book. These activities help me recharge and reconnect with happiness. What do you do to unwind and find your happy place?
Okay, so now explain me that what's one way you can be more present in your daily life?
One way I can be more present is by practicing mindfulness during everyday activities, like eating or walking. Focusing on my senses and appreciating the moment helps me stay grounded. It's all about savoring those little things. How do you stay present in your daily life?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you focus on what you can control to stay happy?
I focus on what I can control by setting realistic goals and prioritizing my time. I remind myself to let go of things outside my influence, like others' opinions or unexpected events. This mindset helps me stay centered and maintain my happiness. What strategies do you use to focus on what you can control?
Okay, so now explain me that what's one thing you are passionate about that brings you joy?
One thing I'm passionate about is creating art. It allows me to express myself and explore my creativity. Whether it's painting, drawing, or even digital art, it brings me so much joy. What about you? What are you passionate about? And thank you for the lovely chat.
Okay, so now explain me that how do you incorporate more fun into your routine?
I incorporate more fun into my team by organizing lighthearted activities, like team building games or theme dress up days. I also encourage everyone to share their interests and hobbies, which helps create a lively atmosphere. A little laughter goes a long way. How do you bring fun to your team?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you nurture your emotional health to stay positive?
I nurture my emotional health by practicing self care regularly, like journaling, meditating, and spending time with loved ones. I also set boundaries to protect my energy and engage in activities that bring me joy. Staying positive is all about balance. How do you take care of your emotional health?
Okay, so now explain me that what's one way you can improve your self discipline for a happier life?
One way I can improve my self discipline is by setting clear, achievable goals and creating a schedule to stick to. Breaking tasks into smaller steps makes it less overwhelming and keeps me motivated. Consistency is key. What's one way you work on your self discipline for a happier life?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you handle criticism to maintain your happiness?
I handle criticism by viewing it as constructive feedback rather than a personal attack. I take a moment to reflect, learn from it, and then focus on my strengths. Surrounding myself with supportive people helps me stay positive too. How do you deal with criticism while maintaining your happiness?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you set boundaries to protect your happiness?
I set boundaries by clearly communicating my needs and limits to others. I prioritize time for myself and say no when I feel overwhelmed. It's important to create space for self care and recharge. How do you set boundaries to protect your happiness?
Okay, so everyone, this is our interview. Thanks for watching this interview, and this is what that we will discuss in this topic. Maybe you enjoy. If you enjoy, so hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. And yeah, this is our interview. And take care of yourself. We will meet in the next interview series. Take care of yourself and stay tuned with Inspiring Minds episode. So yeah, Allah Hafiz.